What's going on, guys? My name is DJ. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you know what? I love this room, but it's beautiful outside. It's finally starting to look like summer in Portland, so let's head outside. As I was saying, I make videos every Thursday and every Sunday about fashion, college, and life advice. In today's video, I am talking about 10 habits of successful college students. Before we get into that, if you haven't already followed me on Instagram and TikTok, I'm gonna leave the links in the description. There's a lot of awesome content there that you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Make sure that you subscribe to join the tribe, hit that notification bell. You won't miss a single thing on this channel, and definitely leave a comment down below and a like down below if you haven't yet, because that helps me grow and helps support me more than you know. Without any further ado, let's get into the 10 habits of successful college students. Here we go. Throughout this video, I'm gonna be taking you all across my university and just enjoying the beautiful weather outside. This first tip though, tip number 1, is to emphasize self-care. I know this might sound like a cliche thing, but seriously, taking care of yourself in college when nobody is there to tell you what to do or how to do it is super important. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can to enjoy your life, but also make sure that you're living a good, full, and healthy life, surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with things and opportunities that you love to do. So let's get into tip number 2. Number 2 is to schedule out everything the day before. It is so nice when you can do your to-do list, your schedule, all the other things for the coming day all the night before. Lay out your outfit, pack your bag, make sure that anything that you need printed for the next day is printed and ready to go, because that will save you a lot of stress and panic in the coming days. Do what you can, take that extra half an hour to pack, pick out your outfit, all of those things, and I can guarantee that this is going to make a huge difference in your entire college career. Next thing on the list is sleep. I did a absolutely terrible job of this my freshman year. I thought that just because I wasn't tired that I could sleep at 3 a.m. and then wake up the next day and go throughout it. In reality, I could, and I probably still can when I need to, but on most days, it's honestly best to get 6 to 8 hours. That's what I would recommend. Even if you're only getting 6 and you're grinding the rest of the day, do that, and don't think that you can function on an all-nighter or only 3 or 4 hours, because even if you can, it's not healthy in the long run, and you could be performing at a way higher level if you were actually giving yourself time to rejuvenate and taking care of your body by simply sleeping. So make sure that you do that, and don't be influenced by crazy friends, or don't be the influence on your friends to not sleep. Make sure that you're going to bed at a reasonable time and taking care of yourself and letting your body recharge, because that's huge. Number 4 on this list, I alluded to a little bit when talking about self-care, but it is to stay healthy, specifically in terms of your diet and exercise. Those two are so crucial when you're in college, because this is probably the first time in your life where you haven't had somebody to tell you what to do and give you things that you need to do to stay healthy. Whether it's your parents cooking for you and making sure that you're eating well, or if it's a PE class or a sport you play or something like that to help you stay active, all of those things might not exist when you start in college. So if you're on a meal plan, do what you can to be smart about the meals you're eating. Don't eat chicken nuggets or a burger every single day. Make sure that you can get some fruit and veggies and other healthy foods in there. And then especially stay active. Even if it's not going to the gym and doing something crazy, play a sport you love. Go on like a 10-minute run. Those things make a huge difference in just your sanity and your well-being in college. Take care of yourself, stay active, eat healthy, and it's gonna help you a lot throughout the craziness of college. Carrying on. Number 5 is to emphasize time with the people that are most important to you. Whether that's your family back home, or friends back home, or friends that you've just made in college, other people that you met that are really important to you, clubs and organizations that you're a part of, make sure that you're scheduling out time for them. It's a weird concept and something that a lot of people don't do until you get into college, but trust me, it makes the world of difference when you are intentional about your time that you are spending with these people that mean everything to you. And if you don't schedule out the time, as weird as it might be, schedule out a FaceTime, schedule out a lunch date, schedule out whatever it might be, then they might not happen, and the semester and the year is gonna go by and you totally forgot about it. So be spontaneous, and of course go out when the time is right, but also make sure that you're being very intentional and plan out time for you and the people that are most important to you. Here we are on the bluff at my university. You can see downtown Portland right over there. Beautiful place. And that's a little bonus tip for this video, is to explore your campus. It's easy to stay locked into only one place and go to where you have your classes and the 1 or 2 places you might hang out with your friends, but go explore, go different places, go to the city that's nearby, explore your campus just as a whole. There's so many different places that I've only started recently to go, whether that's exploring downtown or other places on campus, and it's a unique time when you have access to all of this stuff, so don't take that for granted and enjoy it. As somebody with terrible allergies, I'm regretting being outside right now, but we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna enjoy the sun, and I'm gonna continue to inform you guys about things that you can do to be successful as you begin or continue your college journey. Now we're gonna get into the academic piece, and the first one, plain and simple, go to class. That's what you're paying for, technically. I know most days it really sucks. I'm not the biggest fan, personally, of going to class and sitting in lectures. It doesn't exactly thrill me, but I do like getting the value for what I paid for and enjoying the camaraderie of being in class with people and just being in an environment where I can learn. I have the potential to make meaningful relationships that will last a long time, and there's so many cool things about going to class, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's what you're paying for. Go there, take notes, pay attention. My dad would always tell this to any of my friends that were going to college before me, and then to me, he said, if you go to class and that's all you do, you'll at least get through with a C. And I don't know if that's really particularly true, but there is a really good point in going to class, participating, just showing up and paying somewhat attention, that you'll pass. You should pass. Participate in class, because that's how you're gonna get the most out of what your investment is, because at the end of the day, this is probably one of the biggest investments you'll ever make in your life, maybe outside of buying a house. So make sure that you're getting as much value as you possibly can out of it and enjoying it too. It's not always gonna be super fun, super thrilling or exciting, but at the end of the day, it's that simple. Go to class. I alluded to this one a little bit in the last tip, but this next one is in regards to actually building and picking your class schedule. There's a couple important things that you really need to keep in mind when you're doing this. Your first semester is most likely built for you, but all the semesters from then on, you're gonna be making. And you most likely have complete control over the schedule. So make sure that you're doing everything that you can to make the schedule right for you. Yes, I said it, for you, not for your friends, not for your parents or what they think or what anybody else would think except you. You know when your brain is most awake, you know when you want to be in class, you know when you want to be engaged in doing things. For me, that's in the late morning, afternoon, or at night. For me, that's when my brain is on. I honestly can't do morning classes, and so I build my schedule in a way that makes it so that I can get everything done in the morning that I need to take care of myself. I go to the gym, I get ready, I can do homework, I can study, whatever that might be. And then when it's time to go to class, I've already have my day going, my brain's stimulated, and I'm ready to go. That is what works for me, but you have to figure that out for yourself, and you'll learn that very quickly. That first semester that's built for you, I had 8 10s, and I quickly realized that that was not for me. But you gotta figure out what's best for you and how you're gonna go about that. Another super important thing is the professors. Don't just go into a professor's class because a couple of your buddies said that they liked him or they just might take him. I had that happen a couple times, and that professor was not for me. And that was just because I didn't do my research. It's as simple as checking ratemyprofessor.com, seeing what you can find about the professor, ask around to some older students and see what they think about that professor, because maybe they have a better perspective because they've actually gone through the class. They're not just somebody who's taking a guess that's in your same shoes. So gather as much information as you can about the class, the professor, what times work best for you. Put that all together and build a schedule that works, again, for you. Next thing on the list is do not be afraid to seek out help. Whether that is going to office hours, going to a tutor, going to a peer that can help you, whatever that is, make sure that you seek help and be proactive about that. You don't want half of the semester to go by, you have no idea what you're doing in the class, and then you're trying to play catch up, because I've been there, it's rough. And you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you don't know what to do and you're relying on kind of faking it till you make it, which quite frankly, might have worked in high school, might have worked in other situations, but I will tell you, for the most part, it does not work in college. So make sure that you seek help and don't be afraid to just ask for help, ask for advice. Going to a tutor is a normal thing. Going and seeking help is a totally normal thing. So make sure that you do what you need to do for you to be successful. Here we are in front of my school's library, which is super important for the next thing on the list, which is to find the study spot for you. Some, it might be the library. Some, it might be another quiet place on campus. Some, it might be a coffee shop that's totally off campus. And for a lot of people, it might be their bedroom or a study room in the dorm. For me personally, I love studying in my bedroom. But for my freshman year, which if you don't know already, you'll definitely have to watch the roommate
advice here. I had quite an interesting roommate my freshman year, so I never wanted to be there, and I definitely couldn't study there. So I was pretty much always in here, and then sophomore year, I really just wanted to hang out with my roommate who was one of my best friends. We just hung out in the room together and really enjoyed that time, but that was pretty much separate from studying. So on the rare occasion I would do work in there, and I'd mostly be in here. And then when my junior year came around, I realized that a lot of the reason why I get so distracted is just because I've gotten to know more people. I see so many people I know in the library, and it just became more of a distraction when I would be there. And of course I could go to the quiet floor, but I'm kind of a loud person, and so I don't think that I could manage, because one thing goes out of place, I start humming or something like that, I'm gonna get kicked out of there. So I thought about it a lot, and I would go to the library when I'd be working on projects and things like that, but because I had a single my junior year, I started to study in there. That became pretty much my spot where I did all of my work and all of my studying and everything like that, unless I was doing group work, which would be in here. So it comes down to personal preference. Where do you study the best, and where do you think you'll be the most successful? Find that spot and experiment with different places on campus. Don't just stick to one and only go there for all 4 years of college. Maybe that'll work for you, but also you're closing yourself off to what could work even better. So keep an open mind, explore your campus, explore places off campus, see what it's like studying in your room or other locations, and find what works best for you. And then the last thing on this list is to pay attention to details. Details are so important with everything, and trust me, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to detail to what your professor says, whether it's the format of a paper or the format of a presentation, because if you get it wrong and you think that you have it right in your head, you could completely miss the ball and you might fail an assignment. So make sure that you're paying attention to the details in class and what your professor's like, but also pay attention to detail when it comes to your friends, what they like, what things are meaningful to them. All of those things, they add up and make a big difference. If you remember your friend's favorite ice cream flavor and they're having a rough day, you go pick that up for them. When you learn your friend's schedules or your roommate's schedules or whatever that is, those details make all the world of difference when it comes to your life in college. Those details are the things that set you apart from just your average Joe, and those things are going to enrich your friendship so much and will make them last a lifetime. I have loved all of the details when people pay attention to things that I like, and I try and return the favor for all of my friends, my professors, and anybody else in between. If you can pay attention to the details, guarantee you're gonna get some job opportunities and work opportunities that just fall into your lap because you remembered somebody's name, you remembered a day, you remembered a certain event that was going on. All of those things, they make a big difference and they mean a lot. So be perceptive and make sure that you are paying attention to the details. Well, I hope you enjoyed a nice walk around our university's campus. Before I sneeze my head off, I'm gonna finish this wrap up back in my apartment, so I'll meet you there in 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to the studio. We are indoors now and the allergies are under control. I just wanted to wrap up the video in here. I hope you enjoyed those 10 habits of a successful college student. Those are things that I've personally done through my first 3 years of college, or things that I've had to work on as I've grown as a college student, and things that I just wanted to pass on to you guys. I hope that if you're getting ready for college, or if you're in college and you're new, or you're getting ready for a new step in your life, that you can apply these 10 things, those first 5, that you're really taking care of yourself just as a human and as a whole person, and then those last 5 things, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and optimizing everything for you to be the best student that you can be. That wraps up the video for today. If you haven't watched some of my other college videos, I'm gonna pop a bunch on the screen right here. I've done a whole bunch and I'm adding to the series. Every Sunday there's a new college video. So definitely watch those if you are getting ready for college or you're excited about your next step in your academic journey. All that said, make sure, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Both of those are linked below. It's just at my name. And subscribe to the channel. You are joining the tribe when you subscribe, and it's so awesome to be growing here on YouTube every single day with all of you. Hit that notification bell, you won't miss a single thing. And if you didn't already, make sure that you smash that like button, because like I said in the beginning, that helps me more than you even know. Leave a comment down below if you have any other tips as well, because I'd love to hear them. That wraps it up for me from this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you're having a wonderful day. My name is DJ. I'll see you soon. Peace.